Welcome back, ladies. In today's episode, we are about to be very, very honest. This podcast is not about sugarcoating. This podcast is not about lying to you. This podcast episode is about looking at the world with a realistic lens, because the people who win in life know this fact. They understand that the world treats people who have discipline better. Have you ever seen how people cower around the presence of a celebrity? People lose their minds. If Beyonce would walk in right now, people will lose their minds. And one of the reasons why Beyonce holds so much power is because of her discipline. Discipline can manifest in many areas in life. There is discipline when it comes to beauty. Yes, beauty can be something that you're given genetically. But ladies, if we are being honest, even if you do procedures, you have to have the discipline of having an underlying fantastic diet, having an underlying fantastic workout routine, because otherwise the procedures that you're going to get, honestly, they're not going to last. So having beauty also requires a certain level of discipline. This is the truth that a lot of people don't want to admit. They think that people are naturally beauty. Yes, there are natural beauties everywhere, but let's be honest, there are natural beauties out there who have let themselves go, which proves the fact that for beauty to be maintained, it requires discipline. The dark side of discipline is that usually discipline is done behind closed doors. A lot of people don't share their habits and what they do in order to maintain the privileges that they have. So when they step out into the world, it looks extremely effortless, which is what makes it also very frustrating, because it looks like people are not trying. And when people are getting privileges and the benefit of privileges without even trying, it can trigger a lot of frustration from other people. But in this episode, we are very honest, okay? We understand that the things that you do behind closed doors can really make you win outside in the arena of the marketplace, in the arena of life. And we're going to break down ways and areas and the dark psychology of how having discipline can give you tremendous power. We're going to talk about the discipline of maintaining your beauty. I recently watched an episode of a podcast where chubby girls were complaining about how they're perceived in life and the remarks that people make to them. And I'm not saying that I watched that as a form of entertainment. I actually watched that as an educational tool. And one misconception that I realized that a lot of chubby ladies have is that when you're skinny, you can quote unquote eat anything. And for somebody who is a little petite, I found that offensive, because I am extremely disciplined in my diet. And the reason I'm disciplined in my diet is because when I hit 20, for some reason I had adult acne, and my adult acne forced me to be extremely disciplined with the things that I put into my body, which led me to having an exceptional body because I started eating extremely healthy. Now my skin is glowing, but I am still very particular with the things that I put into my body. So that misconception of that skinny people or thinner people or fit people, because I also consider myself fit, that fit people can eat anything, it's a false myth that, unfortunately, I'm going to be the bad guy, but it's a false myth that encourages their laziness, because in their mind it makes them believe that people do not try or put in effort in order to look a certain way. So one of the things that I want to encourage in this channel is for us to be realistic, because if you go into the world having a realistic perception of the world, you are more likely to win. Ladies, the relationship with discipline is a very uncomfortable one. Discipline is something that will make you hate it. Discipline is a love-hate relationship. Discipline is something that should force you to cuss it out, but you are doing that thing even though you hate it because you love the results of it. For example, me, I am a person who doesn't like my nighttime skincare routine because I get so sleepy so quickly. So by the time I have to do my nighttime skincare routine, I am dozing off. I just want to be in bed. But because honestly, I've been scarred by my adult acne, it's something that I don't want to have ever again. I do it while I am cussing out the process. I am telling this freaking sponge, this cotton bud, this toner, this cleanser, this water that I'm putting on my face, I'm busy telling it that I hate you. I just want to be in bed right now, but screw this, I'm still going to do it, right? That is discipline. I don't know who told people that discipline is something that should be fun. Yes, it can be fun, don't get me wrong, but there are moments where discipline is just dreadful. It is just difficult. It is tough. You want to go to bed, but you have to still keep your eyes open. That is the mentality that makes champions. That is the mentality and the habits that will give you power. Because I know the ladies who have morning and night routines have fantastic skin. But because when they do their morning and night routine, you're not there to see them do their morning and night routine. When they step into the world, their amazing skin looks effortless. And it's the same with everything else. With exercise, with eating well. Not everybody is there when you eat all of your meals. So when you step out into the world, you're looking great. People are going to think that you're not trying, but actually it's your discipline that's giving you this privilege of having fantastic face, a fantastic body, and looking fantastic in clothing. It is the same with money, having the discipline with making money. Making money is actually very easy, but also having the discipline of saving. Nobody's there sitting being a fly on the wall when people who are making money are making smart investment choices and having the discipline to not splurge and spend excessively. The discipline of athletes, people who are going to the Olympics, the discipline to pay meticulous care to what they eat, to how they stretch, how much time they spend sleeping, to the drills that they do while they're running, while they're jumping, the discipline to be a world champion, the discipline to be an actor, reciting, memorizing, learning lines, learning emotional control, learning how to control your own face, control your own body, putting yourself through rigorous physical environments where you don't even know how to fight, but now you have a role as a ninja fighter. Now you have to go learn how to be a ninja fighter. And all of those things, if you put deep focus, will gain you power. Have you seen how people melt in the presence of somebody that they know is rich? If people know that they're rich, because there are some people who hide their wealth, but rich people or famous rich people walk in the world with the privilege of being treated like celebrities. Yes, there's the risk of, yes, people want to borrow money from you. Yeah, this chat is not about that, right? I am telling you, ladies, that if you lean into the discomfort of doing those things that are uncomfortable, putting another 30 more minutes into whatever that you're doing, not skipping your nighttime routine, choosing the salad instead of the cupcake, choosing to read that book instead of scrolling on your phone, choosing all of these things that we know we should be choosing. I'm telling you, you will be inching closer and closer to gaining and maneuvering in the world with your own level of power. The thing about privileges give you power. And the more that you feed your privileges, the more you take care of your privileges, the more power you will gain in the world. I want to talk about the difference between discipline and motivation. For me, the best way I understand discipline and motivation is that motivation feels great. It is like a Kickstarter. It is a catalyst to get you disciplined. But discipline sometimes doesn't feel good. That is the reality that a lot of people don't want to talk about. Sometimes discipline sucks. Sometimes you have to do something that is boring or something that is repetitive and it's frustrating and you'd rather be doing something else. You always want to rather be doing something else you want to eat something that is more sweet. You want to lie down and watch series. If we look at people who we respect, who we want to emulate, it is because they sat down even when that thing was boring, and they made sure that they put their focus and their time and attention in acquiring, in nurturing, in putting power and effort into something so that it can yield them rewards and results at the end of the day. One thing that we have to do is that we have to give ourselves grace. You know, that initial motivation of starting a YouTube channel, like this YouTube channel, for example, I still have that motivation. I really want this YouTube channel to do well because I believe that the messaging in this YouTube channel is going to be helpful to a lot of wonderful women out there. But I also understand that it's going to take some time for this YouTube channel to gain the popularity that I would love for it to gain to eventually monetize. So having that grace, giving myself that grace and that patience to understand that every video is a chance for me to learn something new, not only about myself, but also about YouTube and the algorithm and editing and coming up with topics and stretching my creativity and stretching myself. This is a journey. And what I have found helpful, especially recently, unfortunately, is that if I have a big task, I love thinking about the rewards. What would it feel like once I get this thing? What would it feel like once I achieve this thing? What kind of person will I be once I have this under my belt? That is the thing that I want to focus on, and not necessarily the thing of I want to reach 10K followers. Yes, I want to reach 10K followers. Yes, but I believe that using this YouTube channel, for example, using this YouTube channel as a means to practice my public speaking, that is a forever goal. That is a goal that does not end. And it encourages me to come back to this channel and try to put in quality content, to try to speak well so that I can gain your attention and I can educate and I can share or I can vent. So all of these things, having a forever goal helps you to gain a longer term perspective to the things that you want to achieve in your life. I like approaching things from a perspective of forever goals. For example, with my health, I attach being healthy to aging gracefully because I don't want to attach being healthy to a weight or the number on a scale. I don't own a scale. I've never owned a scale. But for me, health is a holistic perspective. It is what I eat, how I sleep, what I drink, my hobbies, the amount of times I laugh, the amount of times I do the things that I enjoy, the amount of times I spend time with people that I enjoy spending time with. It is exercise, obviously. It's stretching. It's asking myself, how are you feeling today? For me, health is a very holistic approach, but I tied it to gracefully aging so that it's a forever goal. It is not a goal of I need to be 91 kg by September, because I understand that weight is something that fluctuates. I just want to feel comfortable. I want to feel beautiful. I want to fit the clothes that I have, but I also want to age gracefully. I want my cognitive function when I'm 60 to still be sharp. I don't want to have dementia. I want to delay the onset of all of these terrible diseases that come with age, especially aging when you have terrible health habits. I understand, and it's because I'm in the healthcare industry, I understand the benefits of having fantastic healthcare habits and what they do to not only your beauty, but your intelligence, how having great healthcare habits boosts your intelligence and your cognitive function. Those are the things that I find very important. But I understand that in order to gain those things, I have to be very disciplined. And yes, at moments, I'm going to be the girl who's eating a salad while everybody's eating a cake, okay? I'm going to be the girl who skips meals sometimes because the benefits of intermittent fasting are fantastic. I'm going to be the girl who takes cold showers sometimes. Yes, it's uncomfortable, but it boosts your production of white blood cells in the body and also reduces inflammation. I'm just going to be odd, and I've just realized and I've accepted that I'm going to be that odd girl. But you know what? When I step into the room, everybody turns around, babes. Everybody turns around. I just have a glowing presence wherever I go, whether it is the petrol station, whether it is at the office, whether it is an event. Everywhere I go and I walk past, there are people who turn around and look, always. And I realize that it is because of discipline that I have that power, and I've had that power for a very long time. So the beauty of discipline, and when you know that you're doing discipline right, is when you can really be comfortable in that uncomfortable presence of discipline. You have to almost say F you to discipline for discipline to really give you the results that you want. Discipline is important for self-improvement. It's important for growth. It's important for your career advancement. Another thing that I want to mention is that discipline leads to people treating you with respect. You will get unsolicited remarks regardless of whether you have discipline or not. And the unsolicited remarks, even though we do not weigh our self-esteem and self-worth based on what other people are saying, I believe that what other people are saying are a good indicator of how successful or not successful you are with certain goals, especially physical appearance, because it is the most obvious thing that people notice about you. People don't notice your bank account, right? You know, this podcast that I was listening to today, this lady was telling the podcast host that because she is chubbier, when she goes to public spaces, people usually comment on how heavy set she has gotten because she's gained weight over the years. And they tell her how much older she looks. She looks older than her age. She's just minding her own business and people are just throwing out these comments. And I think about when I walk out in public and people just shower me with compliments. Unfortunately, She was talking about how she eats chocolate at night, how she loves a late night drink. She was talking about all of those things, but unfortunately those things lead to certain effects on your body where you become a little bit larger. It is much easier to maneuver this world having respect that is not earned. There are two types of respects in this world. It is respect that you didn't earn, and it's respect that you have earned. The respect that you have earned is that respect where maybe you work at a job and your job is to get clients. For example, where I work, right? I have to get clients. There are so many ideas that I have for this space to innovate it because I feel like everybody there is old. People have been working for 20 years. I feel like the way that they think is a little bit stale. But I have come to understand that in order for me to be effective in communicating my ideas, I need to earn my stripes. I need to prove to those people that I am very competent in what I do. Once I prove that I'm competent in what I do, then they'll be more willing to listen to these ideas from this young woman who just entered our company. So there is respect that is earned, and I get that kind of respect, and I don't mind playing the game in order to earn that respect. But there's also free respect that people just willy-nilly just give you, and they give you that respect because of the respect that you give yourself through you being disciplined. Listen, discipline is not a very comfortable conversation to have. It's very easy to lay back and be like, yeah, I think I'll just enjoy the rest of my life eating chocolate cake. But don't come and complain to us when we are at a party or a dinner and we are looking fantastic and you decided not to take care of yourself and be more disciplined. Don't look at us when we are aging gracefully and we are 40 and we still look 31, and you are 40 and you look otherwise. Don't look at us. Don't hate on us, because we are putting content like this that is honest, that is truthful, that does not sugarcoat. And if you don't want honest conversation and you feel like the world is this utopia that should treat everybody fairly, guess what, babes? The world does not treat everybody fairly. So you have to decide which side of the spectrum you want to live in. Do you want to live on the side where you are treated unfairly, or do you want to be living on the side where you are treated fairly? And I am so sorry, but I have to be honest with you. Most of the time, the people who are treated really fairly, usually their privilege comes from a disciplined place. Yes, you could say that people who are rich are treated fairly because of their money. Yes, there are people out there who have rich parents or have been born into rich circumstances. But there are also people out there who have been born in rich circumstances and lose their wealth because of a lack of discipline. This is something that is always in motion. And are you going to focus your energy on the things that you can't control, or are you going to focus your energy on the things that you can control? Look at your own life. What are the things that you can control? Focus on those things and forget about the people who are born into wealth. How is their life going to have a positive effect on your life? It is a waste of time to be thinking about the people who are born in places of privilege and how they are being treated unfairly because of your position. It's a waste of time. What are you focusing on right now in your life that you can change? What do you have power over? And what can you do? What is the first step that you can do in order to move that needle forward so that you can join the privileged gang? Okay, some privileges, yes, you are born into, but some privileges you can work yourself to get to. And that is the conversation that I'm having today. I also want to talk about the impact of discipline on mental health and emotional well-being. Ladies, while you're doing that thing, while you're exercising, while you're doing the ab exercises, while you're doing your lunges, it's 6 a.m., you want to be in bed, but here you are freaking lunging in front of your TV screen, watching YouTube, watching an exercise routine, and here you are doing your workout. You are not in the mood, but here you are doing it. Can I tell you something? When you step out into the world, you're going to step out with one of the best bodies in society. That feels amazing. Great health feels amazing. Having money in the bank feels amazing. Having clear skin feels amazing. Being successful at your job feels amazing. I don't understand why you would want to argue against that. It feels amazing. And when you feel amazing, it's so much better to maneuver society with confidence. And when you feel amazing, you're exuding positive energy. It's just this wonderful cycle where now things just start working in your favor. People open doors for you. People want to give you stuff. People invite you. People want to be around you because of this energy that you have cultivated from this place of discipline. You know, life is a game of paradoxes. Life wants us to lean into discomfort in order to get things that are pleasurable. If you think that life is about leaning into pleasure and you're going to get things that are pleasurable, you have lied to yourself and you are not living in reality. The other thing that I also want to remind you is that discipline, it builds resilience. You become so much stronger. You trust yourself. Do you know how wonderful it is to trust yourself? Because you can believe that I can get through anything because I have proven to myself that I have gotten through something else in the past. And look at me now. Look at where I came from. Look at where I am right now. Look at what I've managed to achieve. Oh my gosh, I am amazing. And if I can achieve that, oh wow, what else can I achieve? If I can get from the bottom, if I can go from 0 YouTube viewers and subscribers and I can get to 10,000, what else can I do with that kind of focus and that kind of power? I can change my life. That is what discipline gives you. Discipline gives you something deeper than motivation. Discipline makes you look at the mirror and be proud of the person that you're looking at. That is something that no pill can give you. That is something no motivation video can give you. That is something no Dr. Phil can give you. That is something that is priceless. And to walk into the world knowing that you can change your external environment so that it benefits you through your actions, through how you speak to yourself, through telling yourself that every single thing that I desire, I can get. That is a powerful place to live from. And I would love us, even though sometimes we might hate her, discipline is something that wants us to succeed. It wants the best for us. I know the depressed girlies, the mental health girlies don't want to have this conversation, but having discipline reduces stress and can help reduce negative symptoms of mental health issues. Discipline is the key that unlocks you into having a greater life and gaining power in the games of society. You know, in my video about seduction, where I said seduction is the lifestyle, I was talking about how people who are great seducers because they have complete control and command over not only their bodies, but how they speak. Look at the best entertainers. They have complete control over their willpower and their brain is not in control of them. Let me say it in a way that makes more sense. When you're garnering discipline, you start to realize that within you, there is a you and there is your brain. You want to wake up at 5 a.m., 6 a.m. to go exercise. But your brain is trying to convince you to do something else, to sleep or to maybe scroll on your phone. Once you realize who the real master is, once you have command and you realize who the real master is, you start to command the rest of your body, including your brain. And the best seducers in the world. And the seducers are not your Marilyn Monroes only. Seducers are also people in leadership positions, people who build companies. Yes, they don't seduce in a way that is like sexual, but they seduce in a way that galvanizes people to use their life energy in order to build their dreams. Discipline is where the power of seduction lies. I want you to start to believe that you are somebody who can be disciplined. The best place you can do that, and it's something that I've been trying myself and I've been using myself, because discipline, it is an ongoing journey. You have to feed discipline. Discipline is something that you have to attend to every single day. You have to give yourself the permission to be disciplined. You have to give yourself the permission to look stupid, to look different. For me, I understand I'm going to drink my green smoothie while everybody's eating burgers. I have made that decision. I have given myself the permission to be different because I understand the benefits that I will reap from eating, drinking, ingesting things that are good for me. I am not willing to trade that off for anybody. Nothing that you can give me is going to convince me to stop doing that. Why would I stop doing it? Why would I stop doing something that makes me feel incredible? I feel amazing. Why would I stop doing something that makes me feel incredible? Because I know what it feels like to eat terribly. I know what it feels like to always be drinking and the next day your body feels like trash. I know what that feels like, and I don't want that anymore. I believe that I'm worth more than that. I've given myself permission to feel the best I can possibly feel. Ladies, we need to give ourselves permission. Give yourself the permission to be successful. It's okay to be successful. It's okay to be more successful than people that you know. It's okay to earn more money than the people that you know. It's okay to be that random girlie who wakes up at 6 and runs in the morning. It's okay. It's okay to be that person who, instead of going out, you just want to read a book. It's okay. It's okay if instead of going out one Saturday, you want to stay in and study. That's okay. It's okay to be the odd one out sometimes. You don't always have to fit in. You don't always have to be doing what everybody else is doing. You always don't have to be a people pleaser. You don't have to be eating the chocolate cake just because everybody's eating the chocolate cake when you know that you're not in the mood to eat the chocolate cake. It's okay to be the odd one out sometimes. It's okay to be a little weird. It's okay to be the healthiest girl that you know in your friend group. It's okay to be the fittest girl in your friend group. It's okay to be the vegetarian in the friend group if everybody else eats meat. It's okay to be different. It's okay. Give yourself permission to be different. You don't have to be doing what everybody else is doing. We love great people because they're different. That's the reason why the people that we respect and we idolize in the world, we remember them because they were not like anybody else. So why do you think that doing stuff that everybody else is doing is going to make you stand out? Discipline can be developed by anybody. It's a decision. It's a permission that you give yourself. Give yourself the permission. It's okay. You are worthy of being a disciplined individual. You are worthy of giving yourself a shot in the world. You're worthy of having an opportunity in life, walking around, feeling beautiful. You're worthy of that. Give yourself a chance. Don't let people who try to be activists for isms steal your joy and the blessings that are made for you. It's okay to want to feel pretty. It's okay. It's okay to want to be rich. It's okay to want to be famous. It's okay to want to be successful. It's okay. It's okay. All of these things are okay. It's okay. And it's okay to recognize that you have to be a little different in order to get those things. That's fine. That is okay. Give yourself the permission. And I want you to get into the habit, which is something that I always do. I am always in the habit of celebrating my small wins. Discipline is about understanding that it's not about that big goal. Yes, the big goal is there. The big goal is there. But sending that email when the version of you 3 months ago was too scared to send that email. Sending that email today, the fact that you sent that email today is a cause for celebration. Let's celebrate that. Celebrate the fact that you didn't snooze your alarm. Celebrate the fact that you read one more page. Celebrate the fact that you contacted somebody that the old you would not have reached out to. Celebrate the fact that you're listening to content that edifies your mind. Celebrate the fact that you've given yourself permission to be this new version of yourself. Be grateful. Gratitude is something, it's a spirit, it's an energy that makes you want to do more. You just want to explore. I believe that every woman needs to live in the space of gratitude because it makes you realize that there is more to life. I can do more. I don't have to do 100%, even if I give 5. I know there will be a day where I go all in and give 100 and 120 and 130. But there's going to be some days where I can only give 5. But the fact that I tried, oh yes, let us celebrate. How do you celebrate? I'm not saying now when you celebrate, you must just drink a glass of wine. Well, I don't drink. So I stopped drinking. But celebration can be something that is also healthy. You can lean into things that are healthy. For example, today, I found an incredible opportunity and I shared it with my manager and my manager was smiling. My manager in the morning, he was in a terrible mood until I called him and I changed his mood because of the opportunity that I got. And for me, that's a win. I have bigger goals that I want to achieve. Listen, I want to change that company. I want to own it. You know what I mean? I want to own it. But for now, I'm going to celebrate the small win of finding that opportunity. And do you know what I did to celebrate? I put on my favorite song and I danced. And that felt amazing. That felt incredible. And now I'm taking that energy into tomorrow, and I'm going to go into my meetings, and I'm going to go there excited and looking forward to this new journey that now we're going to be on. And I'm excited for the things that I'm going to learn because of the new opportunity. I'm excited for the fact that I celebrated myself. And now let's see where this journey takes us. Having a spirit of gratitude in your discipline, giving yourself grace, celebrating the small wins is the best way to really enjoy this journey. Ladies, I would love for you to share your stories in the comment section about spaces, areas, achievements where you feel like you have taken discipline by the horns and made discipline your bee. Discipline is like a very angry bull who wants us to win, has our best interest at heart, but sometimes she fights with you and you gotta fight back. So I would love for you ladies to walk into this world in your fullest power. All the privileges that you have, may you lean into them. May you feed them. May you make sure that they're sharpened. So when you walk out there in society, you walk out there as your most powerful, your most positive, your most beautiful, your most capable version of yourself. When people see you, they should see a woman that they should not even test, because that woman respects herself. And because she respects herself, I'm definitely going to respect her. Ladies, remember that you're worth it. Give yourself the permission to succeed. Give yourself the permission to be the best in whatever that you're doing. Give yourself a chance. This is only one life. Give yourself a chance. Give yourself a chance. Just try and see. But I won't lie to you. At some moments, it's going to be uncomfortable. Sometimes you're not going to be in the mood. Sometimes it's going to be a little bit boring. But may you look at your forever goal. May you look at that version of yourself 10 years from now, 15 years from now. That version of yourself who's proud of the fact that you started. May you connect with her daily so that you can keep on moving. Because ladies, this world is for our taking. This world, it better be ready for us because we are about to conquer. And with that, ladies, see you at the next one.